Hey guys, Banana Luck here and back with another Water of Realms video. This time around, we're going to be showcasing Valeriya in Gear Dungeon 2 and why she's absolutely made for it, for that stage. So first of all, let's just take a look at the boss mechanics. So one thing to take note of is that the boss has a bunch of skills and things that you have to take note of is firstly he summons two clones, and as the stages goes by, like the later it is, she starts rotating these clones. So you're not going to be able to station like just one physical DPS unit and one magic DPS unit to deal with it all the time. And there's also this other buff that she gets. Every time there's a defeated or retreated hero, it significantly enhances her own attack. And this is pretty big deal because she has this other, skill where she just periodically deals damage to one time to all enemies in the battle. And if you have too many units dying or retreating, what happens is that you actually get wiped out eventually due to this particular skill that she has here. And the reason why Valeriya is great for this map is because she's the only unit that when dying doesn't actually trigger that buff. So we're just gonna take a look at that right now by going to Gear Dungeon here. See if Power Dominance is all it is. Put this on, but I don't think it matters. So can you see the red orb flying towards her? That's an attack enhancement. And let's just restart that right now and we put down Valeriya instead. Let's see what happens if it dies from her ultimate. So pop this. Just gonna die in a bit here. And you're gonna see no orbs flying towards the Volca, even though Valeriya died. And that's why she's great here, because that's probably the only unit in the game that doesn't trigger any of that. If we put any other unit here, they're just gonna die. You can see. Die. Same with Torador. Okay, not the first one because he hasn't actually died yet. You can see once he respawns, it's taking damage. Yeah, it's gonna go towards buffing that. And you have a lot of units here that you pretty much have to, place and then keep them there the whole time. So every death is kind of consequential. You already have to despawn units to deal with the rotating clones in the later levels. So that's why, she works really well here. And I'm just going to do a test run to show you guys where she is being used. So in the earlier waves, it's a lot more straightforward. You just use her for the physical clones. By the later stage, when they're rotating clones, you start to have to, shift her around. So just to make sure that you swap Hatsuit out with the right artifact, so we can actually clear this gear dungeon. Right here. That should be it. I don't think we need anything else. I think I forgot to switch off power dominance, so I'm just gonna head up to do that.
I've brought shame upon the tribe.
Okay. Switch this off. And just gonna head in here. This unit we slip down here is Athea. Edith. And then Elohim. Second unit you can actually put down is Valeriya.
Taste my claymore.
And we just have to be mindful of Athea here.
Mother's blessings upon you.
I think that might not be enough. Yeah, we missed the push. And that's gonna explode Edith. Early.
For mother.
Taste my claymore. Feel the flame.
That. Push him back, and yeah. We're gonna see Valeriya doing the magic in a bit. And once this blood buff ends, that's when we drop down packs. Be the first unit we actually have to despawn in a bit. There's ultimate, and this is where Valeriya comes in strong. Proc her ultimate, and you pretty much have her taking care of not just the Volcar clone, but also the soldiers at the back. If let's say your Valeriya is not as strong, then the AoE burst is also going to deal with the clones at the back anyways. And this is the first despawn we have to do, which buffs the Volcar. And you can see Valeriya's death didn't actually do anything there. And we pop Hatsuit down here. As well. And Valeriya's gonna come in again in a bit.
Prepare your will.
Nocturne.
Feel the flames.
Speak no more. Silence.
So Nocturne is actually gonna take care of the magic clone here.
Fear not.
Grim Reapers arrived.
Brace yourself! See me and despair!
Speak no more. Silence.
Feel the flames.
Once that's down, Valeriya is gonna take care of the top lane again. And because she doesn't actually, you know, cause any buffs to the boss when she's retreated, she's great for this segment because, you know, you actually need to rotate physical and magical DPS every single time you cast your, you know, or rather each time you actually cycle through one of the Pokemon.
Speak no more. Silence.
We'll do that here. And same thing, Valeriya is going to be outside here, so it means that she can actually take care of the boss without Nocturne proccing anything. You can see the blood buffs getting stronger.
My daggers feed
And once Valeriya dies here, this is when we can actually pop. And bear in mind, you cannot retreat her manually, you just have to let her die. And I'm gonna proc Elder's ultimate here.
Let's see what the cards have in store.
Speak no more.
Access ultimate. And I think we need to put down the wood elves here. And this is also time to take care of the bottom wave.
Fear not.
You thought you
Nocturne dies there, that's
the
unfortunate.
flames.
Speak no more. Silence.
See me and despair! My parade of blood and flame!
Mother's
This
blessings
wave is gonna fail, but
Arrogance.
basically Valeriya goes down here. And then she's gonna take care of this clone. And then the stage pretty much ends here, but sort of misclicked there with Nocturne. I should have popped Edith's ultimate a bit earlier. But yeah, just the run, and I really don't see anyone else that can deal with what Valeriya just did here. I know there are some comps that actually make use of like Twin Fiends, Sokadins to like
Shame.
burst the clones and all that with the extended range, but Valeriya is just much more achievable. and you just need one copy of her to do that. And yeah. And let's just head to see recommended lineups, because this is where you normally see what people are using. You're gonna see Valeriya pretty much in every single comp. Yep. 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 And you can see it works even with just Wrath. This one doesn't have Valeriya, but there is a Hex. There's an Araka, so I'm suspecting it's Araka that's doing the work. But you're gonna see him for like majority of the comps here. So if you do struggle with, Gear Dungeon 1, especially on the physical units, the physical Volca clones, Valeriya is probably the right unit for you, and this is just a video to showcase how she's being used. I do have a full video on Gear Dungeon, which will attach in the video description so that you can see like the gear and all that. I won't run through that in this video, but yeah. If any comments or questions, leave it down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.